Family broken, so I stand with my niggas. Showed up to every shootout, but I ran for my feelings. No time for those, I got a plan to get millions. Whoever don't agree, I see you back at the building.
Yazal, what's up, snipers? So this is the control algorithm, the white line. Now, as you can see, we left off bouncing off that 20-day moving average. We was fighting that all day Friday, pretty much for the most part. We went under for a little bit and popped right back above that 20-day moving average at 431.15. Now, so I'm not bearish until I'm not even slightly bearish until we're under there, and then I'm not fully bearish still. So let me show you the setups I have for here. If you don't understand why I have these lines like this, watch my last video so you could see why I did those lines and how I did those lines. So the blue lines is our selling pressure down. Our white lines is our control algorithms where we taper and build liquidity. So right here is the left shoulder I'm looking at. Be watching this, and then here's the head and then the right shoulder. So 433 would form that right shoulder and complete it to go high, but we have to be careful though. And I'm gonna show you why we gotta be careful. So here we go up to 433. I wanna see us break that and then go ahead and retest the 5-day moving average. The 5-day moving average is currently at 433.47. We also got to watch out for the 20-day 432.70 on the 30-minute. We break that, then the 5-day moving average. If we reject off of that, I want to see us bounce off the 433 level. So let me repeat that again. So we're gonna go up. If we don't gap up or gap down, we just start from where we started, right here flat. I want to see us break the 20-day moving average, 432.70, retest the 5-day moving average. If we reject 433.47, I want to see us bounce off of 433 and then test the 434.50. But we have to pay attention to this white line, the control channel, which is about 435.20. To start the day, it'll be there. But as we go along, if we taper more, it'll be higher up, obviously. So that's what I'm looking up before we can see anything higher. And let me take you to the 1-minute channel. This is tapering. You see that building? All that liquidity right there. Where it looks like a whole bunch of scribble. That was us fighting the 20-day moving average. So we're going to zoom out to the 1 minute so you can see the structure and the algorithms. So I can show you the control algorithm. So the white lines is the control algorithm. You see how we bounce up and down perfectly and we never break it. And we finally broke it, and then we fell into another one. And then we keep falling. You're always going to be in the control algorithm. Everything is based on algorithms and structure. It's not just candles, it's just random. Then we fall into the blue. That's our selling channel. Every time we hit the top, selling pressure come. You get that flush. That's how you know when bears are doing their thing. So we want to see more of that if we're in the downtrend. We want to see flushes like that. Every time we hit that top blue selling channel, we flush. See that? Flush down there. And then we tapered a little bit, consolidated, and we tested that white control algorithm, and then we flushed down. So I'm looking for that again. If I'm looking to any downside, well, you want to look at that again if you're looking to any downside, and me as well. And right now we're tapering. It's as if we found the bottom, but it's not confirmed though, of course, so don't try to front run it. We're currently fighting that 20-day moving average at 429.38. No, I'm sorry, not 429.38. I gotta see. And then right here is another selling channel right there. That's off the white controlled algorithm. So the 20-day that we've been fighting all day to end the day is at 431.10. We was fighting that all day. So to the bottom, we got a few confluences though. So we might retest the 5-day moving average at 434.47. But I'm looking for us to, if we do drop, we got 430, 431, and the lowest is about 430.70, and we gotta watch out because we could possibly bounce up from right there to stay in that control algorithm, the white lines, or we could fall down and start a new control algorithm. So right here, we just tapering, building up liquidity. We got to see about this 5-day moving average right here. If we're going to retest that, and that's on top. If we reject that, we got to be very, very careful because you see that blue selling channels there. We could flush right down off the rejection. Go flush right down from that and then come back down. So we got to see where is the liquidity going to be snatched. Is it going to be snatched to head down? Because that's a lot of liquidity to probably push us to the 200. So, but if we break that and we retest the 434 and then we possibly break that 435 area I was telling you about, then we could see 436.40, 437.50 around those areas, 439 again. We could retest those areas. But we got to be careful. We got to be careful and patient and not front run it or you will get smacked. I know y'all seen last week was pretty crazy, the selling challenge, but it was pretty easy if you would be patient and catch it from the top. This is why I use these lines. You probably look at my charts. If you don't understand, you're going to look at my charts not understanding. But this helps me a lot enter my trades and exit my trades. So we're going to start with the weekly. The weekly, we got the 20-day moving average. Don't be bullish until you're above and you're holding this. 439.93. The daily, we have the 20-day. You can't be bearish until you break that 20-day moving average. You still don't want to be fully bearish because remember, that 200 moving average, the green one, is moving up now. It was at 418 and some change. Now it's at 421.10, 421.08. And you see how we bounced beautifully off of that. We could not break it. So maybe we can go up again and test that 20-day moving average on the weekly and then bounce back down and try to crash through it. You see, we always broke it and then held under or bounced off of it. It acts as support or resistance. So again, you want to watch this 431.15 area, the 20-day moving average. We're bouncing a lot off of it. So you do not want to get straight into puts. You want to make sure all your time frames match up as well. As you can see, it's holding. Support is holding pretty good on our 30-minute time frame. To the downside, I'm looking for, this is the left shoulder. Then we have the head. And then I'll be looking for the right shoulder, which would be the 5-day moving average at 434.47. Here is the 1 minute. Let me go here so you can get a better look at the structure. You see how we beautifully just fall down, and that blue line just keep going down. But as you can see now, we taper it as if it wants to turn around and go up and break that trend. But we're not going to front run it. we have to reclaim that 5-day moving average. Very important. And it's like we bounced off the Bollinger, the bottom of the Bollinger not too long ago. Whenever the 5-day moving average crosses the 20-day moving average upwards, that means we're headed to test the top of the Bollinger. Right now, we ended the day pretty flat in the middle, signifying that the market doesn't know which way we're headed. It's no clear direction. That's why I keep saying we're not bearish and we are not bullish. I accidentally moved my line. So again, we want to break that 5-day moving average to see anything higher. To the downside, if we reject off of that and then we go or we break it, we got to watch 433.70 area. 5-day moving average at 433.47. But if we break that, watch the 433.70 area, the top of the blue selling channel. Because remember, we flush hard when we reject off of that. So if you see it tapering, like consolidating, chances are we're about to flush. You got to be ready for that. You see right there, flushed every time. We consolidate a little and flush. Now we're just building liquidity now. So we should go up and retest that again. So remember, I want to see us retest the 5-day moving average. The blue line is right there, the 433, the other selling channel, 433.70 area. If we reject off of that 433.70 area, then we can come to the bottom of our controlled algorithm, or white lines. If we break that, we have support down here as well, holding us still at 430.70 area. I know I moved my line about that area of 430.70. We gotta remember we got the 20-day moving average at 431.10. So if we break 431.10, the 20-day moving average, we gotta watch out, because now we got 430.70-ish area, which is support. We could bounce there and grab the 20-day moving average again. But if we reject, then boom, we should fall down and see our 429.40. As you can see on the 30-minute, our 200-day moving average is right here at 428.70. We could possibly bounce off of that again. So you want to be careful right there. It's a lot of confluences right there. You know, if we break these areas, then we are flushing, because then we have the bottom of our selling channel. If we could break that out the selling channel, I show y'all all the time, we flush when we break out of a selling channel. And then we break out that 200-day moving average, we're going to flush and drop to 425.90. And then we could possibly bounce, so we want to watch that. If we bounce and smack the top of the selling channel, then we'll flush down to 421.90. And remember where that 200-day moving average is at on a daily. Show you this structure again. This is the selling channel. The control algorithm. The blue is the selling channel. The control algorithm is where we go when people to be like, the market isn't doing anything. And we want to pay attention to this. This is Tuesday news. We got a little bit on Monday, but this is Tuesdays. And this is Wednesdays. We got building permits. So we have some important days this week. Be very careful. And then our boy, Big Powell, Big Dog, Big Bro, he talks on Thursday.
Now my life is a struggle and it get worse, I ain't complaining about it. I just can't never feel the same about it. My life it don't damage, ain't understanding, can't call family, no.